Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Geoguessr. We have a 420 sale at the tobacco barn. Ugh, I don't think they're selling just tobacco there. We are playing the United States No Blurry. It is a map by Simi. We're going to do our best to try to figure out where in the United States we are. Kitty Hawk Kite Adventure Center. What? I think it says Outer Banks, North Carolina. I'm almost positive that says Outer Banks, North Carolina. Does that mean we know where we are? Not really. I'm pretty sure these are the Outer Banks. Here's Kitty Hawk. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no fucking way, right? There's no way. We didn't move very far. We don't have a road sign. We do have North River Drive. But that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about the main road we're currently on. And I can tell it's a main road because we've got two lanes going both ways. Well, that's pretty important. Roanoke Island is 30 miles away. Roanoke, for those of you who don't know it, I don't actually know where it is. It might be this right here. Yeah, it is Roanoke right here. That is where the first, or one of the first, permanent settlements from the age of colonialism was. There's a huge, was a huge mystery around it, mainly because they had a party of like 30 people, and one of the founders left everybody here, went back to England to ask for assistance, and when he came back, the entire colony was abandoned, and there was one word carved, which was like Croatoa or something along those lines, and they never, and I'm using air quotes here, never discovered where the lost colony went. However, I'm pretty sure they do know exactly where they went, and they ended up kind of meeting with the Croatoan people. I'm guessing we're on this main road, by the way. And then they ended up combining, and they became like a mixed race. I believe that's what they've come to conclude. Now, this should be to our west, so it should be on the south. We're looking for North River Road. We have Bennett, East Grimson, the North Croatoan Highway, Birch. We're going on a north to south, so we're definitely not over here. We could be over here. Wilkins, Belchin, Worthington. We're looking for North River. Now, we have some pretty important things to talk about. If you guys are not a member of the Geoguessr Pro community, Geoguessr, one of the most famous and larger streamers, wow, we were a lot further away than I thought we were, ends up making a video, and he featured Geotips. He featured the Geotips World Records, and then went to make a world record attempt to try to beat the UK Country Streak Challenge, which includes Wales, Scotland, North Ireland, and the UK. Which means we now have a lot more people who know about Geotips, mainly because he has about 500,000 subscribers. I believe by the time I'm recording this, we have over 13 to 14,000 views on his video, which means we are going to be very busy coming up. Now, that's a good thing for everyone in the Geoguessr community, because anyone who can, obviously tell each other and spread the word and, discover these smaller streamers, that's a good thing. The bad news, however, is we are ill-prepared and not really fully equipped to kind of handle that load. So we are currently looking for more assistance. If you guys would like to assist, by all means, feel free to join the Geoguessr Pro community. You will find a link to it in the description. I believe it will be the last link under my Discord, YouTube, Twitch, all that bullshit. So come join, come say hi, tell us why you'd be a good role. And if we like your application, I know it sounds like a real fucking job, but if we like your application, we'll assign you the role, and you can help us, and you can assist with us. And I think that would be really cool. However, we are currently back to trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing here. These are New Jersey plates. The phone number at first didn't make sense to me, but now that I know that it's Jersey and we have Atlantic, that should be to the south. I believe we're going to be down here a little bit. Now, I don't actually know where the Atlantic County in New Jersey is. I don't know where all the counties in my state are. The fact that we have a few names, though, with Hamilton being north and Leeds Point being south, we might be able to find any of these. Toms River, Long Beach, Beach Haven, and Atlantic City. Now, I've been to Atlantic City. Seabreeze, Lawrence, Fairfield, Shiloh, Salem, Woodstown. Berlin, I kind of don't think it could be this far south. Maybe closer to Toms River. Milestone, Monroe, Freehold, Howell, Spring Lake, Ashby, Long Branch, Holmdel, Fleming, Alexandria, Stewartville. Now this is a county road, which means we can't really find it because it's going to be individual to each county. So here's 565, right? Okay, that seems really close, Maff. Why don't you choose there? Because if we choose here and we go to a different county, it could be the same number in a different spot. And that's the problem. So we can't rely on those roads. They're kind of like D roads in France, how they're department roads. The interstate, however, which is Interstate 9, we can look for. That's going to be the Shields. So if we can find Interstate 9 anywhere, which we did, but it does kind of go north to south here, that doesn't actually help us then. If it was a smaller section, maybe. We do know that we could try to find Hammond or Leeds off of 9, but I don't think we're going to be able to. It's not going to be that far north. Freehold, Lakewood, Toms River, Beechwood, Berkeley, Ocean Turnpike, Stafford, Eagleswood, Bass River, it's probably Bass because of the fish, Northville, Linville, Summers Point, and it does end up being 14 miles to our south. I still, from this distance, don't see the names we were looking for. But it's pretty close to Atlantic City. Here's Linwood. We didn't see that. If we zoom in here, this right here, Moss Mill Road, should have been that County 561. And as you can see, you don't see it here. I don't see the two town names we were looking for. That's a shame. That is a shame. It looks like if we would have gone south, we might have found Oceanville, but I don't know if that would have been too helpful. Wolf Tracker's doing very good right now. That is a new New York plate. However, that looks like it's a Connecticut plate. And that's not the new New York. And that's a New York plate in front of us as well. Willowbrook, it feels like we're going to probably be north of New York City. This is definitely giving me the upstate vibes. Can we find some roads? Why? Because out of all the states, I'm actually pretty decent at recognizing some of the numbers. Maybe because I live here. But I've also traveled in a lot of places in New York. So I have a good feeling about New York, especially now with the license plates. We have seen some of the older New York license plates, so it definitely wasn't Connecticut. I'm just blind. I really... You guys are going to hate it. I know we've talked about it before, but the new New York plates look terrible. I really don't like them. Another issue with them is they are... Hold on. Allegheny, that's north. They are going to join 16 other states of being in white hell, where it's literally just a white plate. You're not going to be able to see any of the yellow or the blue that the design has, because it's just going to blur together with all the white. So it's going to be really tough to then be able to tell you're in New York moving forward. Now, if you notice, that last sign we looked at that was a county road sign was the same exact county road sign as New Jersey. Now, yes, they are neighboring states, but that is the most common county, same shit, road sign in the United States. We do have a 716. I already know we're north. I don't know exactly where Allegheny is. I just know it's north of the city. The first one is, I believe, Orange. And then we have Winchester, and we have a few right close to it. So it's definitely a little bit further north. I think I said Bolivar. Welcome to Bolivar. I don't know where Bolivar is. That is a town I definitely don't know about. Can we find it in 48 seconds? I don't think we can. We're going to try. We're going to do our best. Cuba? That doesn't help us. I don't think we're this close to the Great Lakes. But I also, again, I just know, and my bad, I just know that this is north of the city, right? Like, I know I was talking about how, like, I'm pretty good with roads, but we only have county roads, so fuck that, that's out the window. If we would have found a state road, maybe, right? It looks like we are coming into the town, Bolivar, the village of Bolivar. That's not good. That means it's going to be very small. Valero, it's a gas station, it's a chain. East 417. This is the New York State side. We're out of time. We can't even look for it. And it ends up being way to our west. We're over by Little Geoguessr. And there's Bolivar. We could have found it. We did see Cuba. So it might have been on screen when we saw Cuba. Unless we were at this distance. And that would have sucked. Here's Allegheny. We should have seen that. And we should have recognized that. But we didn't. We didn't. Well, shit. I think Wolfchecker's got this one. We have McDonald's. We have a white license plate. It looks like we have a front license plate because it's blurred. Can't really rely on that. The city of Hutchinson. Don't know where Hutchinson is. But it feels kind of Midwest, maybe even Southwest. Don't be surprised if this is like a weird California. But I'm leaning more like Oklahoma, Texas area. We do have an area code, a 620. Not one of the ones I'm familiar with. And actually, no front plates. Texas is out the window. It's definitely got to be a southern state because there's no way this is Pennsylvania or Michigan. Right? And those are... could it be Indiana? Because it may be Indiana. That would probably be the furthest north I would go. And it's probably the furthest north it would be worth going. Except that says mid-Kansas. So, being around the Texas-Oklahoma area definitely was the right field. Mid-Kansas Marine. Is there a lake? There are a few lakes in Kansas. Mid-Kansas. Hutchinson, maybe? Was there... what was the town? It was the city of Hutchinson. Okay. That, I'm glad we recognized. We are on Walnut and 4th. Here's 11th. Here's 4th. Here is Washington, Maine, North Walnut. When we return to start, we are west in front of the McDonald's. Nice. Wolfchecker decided Taco Bell was the better choice. And I do have to agree that Taco Bell is the better choice. And the last and final round, which we need a lot. I think we need an extra 3,000 points to be able to pass Wolfchecker. Actually, we only are missing by 18, 1756. So, if we can get an extra 1,756 points more than Wolfchecker, I think we have it. Obviously, that's if we were to have a perfect score right now. And I know Wolfchecker doesn't have 4 perfect scores. But that's like the maximum that we can get and be fine. I don't know where we are. Obviously, we saw U.S. State 54, right? It feels like the Southwest, Arizona, Nevada, maybe a weird Texas. I'm trying to find license plates, but there's not really that many cars around. But it does look like we do have a front plate. And that looks like a... Ooh. I thought I saw red, and then I saw black. Red would be California, and black would be Texas. Not really getting too much. What about these? Obviously, the trucks. What about this truck? That's a green fucking license plate. And a no front plater. Shit. Obviously, cars travel. We are on a state road, so you can find cars from out of state. But there's nothing fucking here. What's the speed limit? I believe Texas has the highest speed limit in the country at 80. I've seen 75 in the Dakotas. This doesn't really feel like the Dakotas, mainly because there are too many cars. It could be Montana, Utah. I don't think it's Idaho. We're returning to start. Hold on. What if we go this way? We have U.S. State Road again, 54. Does this have a town on it? It says Oscuro, which to me sounds pretty south. So U.S. State 54, 89, 93, 60. 70, 191, 60, 60, 54. Okay. We don't have a town name besides Oscura. And it's by a bombing range. And here's Oscura. Are you fucking kidding me? Return to start. We are by... Can't read it road next to the railroad tracks. What about over here? There is a sign attached to the stop sign. Can't really make it out. Can we find the bombing range? Here's the rail line. We are right next to the rail line. It looks like we have a road to our right and to our left. But there's not that many houses here. And we did go north into Oscura. Jackass Mountain? Nice. I think this could be this. We don't get the amount we need. And it does end up being in what they think is a bigger town, because these are all plots. And I don't know about you guys, I didn't see any of those plots. A kilometer off, that's not bad. Sadly, our New York one is what really fucked us up. That's a shame. Wolftracker is in first place with 24,317. If we would have had a better New York guess, that would have been ours. It's amazing that we lose in our own state. Only 1,000 points, though. And if you look, round 3, which was New York, we were up by 1,500. So, it was a very close game. So, very good game, Wolftracker. Scribble's not too far behind us. Going with Texas on that last one, 22,270. Calamity in 4th, going with Nevada instead of New Mexico. Got a better New York guess than we had. But that last round is what appeared to have killed you. 59 in 5th at 19,307. Some pretty good guesses all over. About the same amount of points that I had in round 3, even going with New Jersey. But it does look like New Mexico tripped up a lot of people. And then Bo in 6th at 14,138. Obviously, round 5 was the hardest round. I don't think anyone really had the best guess. I think we had the best guess in New Mexico. Wolftracker coming in a pretty close second with that. But that's going to be where we call it. So thank you all so much for being here. If you guys are interested in applying to become a GeoTips World Record Sheet Editor, by all means, feel free to come over and say hi on the Discord. The link will be in the description below. Until then, though, we're going to see a wild increase. Don't be surprised if a lot of the Geoguessr Pro Discord is going to be about discussing world records. Another thing to mention, the Diverse World 3.0 is out. We are accepting submissions for those records. And I do need to apologize. Some of you may not have seen on the Discord. We lost power today about 3 times. We lost power from about 12-ish to about 1:15. And we lost power before that from like 10:40 to like 11:30. So we've been losing power here and there. We are dealing with Tropical Storm Delta. Hopefully this video is able to go up on time. But if the power does go out, it will have to be delayed. So if you guys are seeing this at 3, the upload was fine. If not, that is why. But until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.